Hi, welcome to Madcom. In this particular video, we will be discussing one particular question from class 10 science textbook, not from the textbook, class 10 syllabus. That is from science, basically from physics part in the chapter light, reflection and refraction. So this was a previous year question which is asked by the in the CBSE board examination. The question looks little tricky. Basically, the question is little tricky. So we should be in a position to interpret the question in different dimension and we need to reach for the answer. The question is having three parts. The first one, copy the scaled ray diagram given below. Draw more required incident rays from the pencil to illustrate the formation of the image of the pencil by the convex lens of focal length 3 centimeter. So they have given that we are having a convex lens of focal length 3 centimeter. We need to create the image of an object which is a pencil of length 4 centimeter placed 5 centimeter apart from the lens. That means if you consider the tip of the pencil is 5 centimeter away from the lens. End of the pencil is 9 centimeter away from the lens. So this is the end of the pencil. This is the tip of the pencil. The tip of the pencil is 5 centimeter away from the lens. End of the pencil is 9 centimeter away from the pencil. Sorry, away from the lens. So when you're considering this, you might be having a lot of doubts how we can form the image of this particular object. Actually speaking, if we want to create the image of this particular object means we need to find out or we need to create the rays from each part of the pencil. But practically that is not possible. That is why we will consider the rays from the tip as well as from the end. When you are studying sign convention, we have placed all the objects which is perpendicular to the principal axis. So if you're considering as a pencil as a single object, but with respect to lens, the tip of the pencil will act as one object, the end of the pencil will act as the another object. So we need to plot or we need to draw the ray diagram by keeping this particular thing in mind. So then we need to get the length of the pencil, length of the image of the pencil. If you want to know length of the image of the pencil means we need to consider the tip of the pencil as well as the end of the pencil. Why we are not considering um, the in-between points of the pencil means because they are asked you to create only the image of the pencil as well as the length of the image of the pencil. For that particular purpose, we need only tip as well as the end. Hope the idea is clear. So if you consider the tip of the pencil, if you want to create the image of the pencil means we need two reflected rays in order to form image or two refracted rays is required for the image formation. Now we are using lens, we need to get two refracted rays. So if you consider one refracted ray, we are having this particular lens. They have given that focal length is 3 centimeters. So assume that here we have the focus. So this is going to be the focal length. Focal length is given as 3 centimeters. So if you're considering from the tip of the pencil, we know that if any ray, if any incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, after refraction, it will pass through the focus. That means if you're considering one principal incident ray means this incident ray, after refraction, it will pass through the focus. So this is the first refracted ray. We know that in order to obtain the image formation, we need two rays. So if you consider the second ray, if any ray passes through the optic center of the lens, it will pass through the optic center without undergoing any refraction. That means the ray passing through the optic center will not undergo any refraction. So if you're considering a ray like this, so these two rays are meeting at this particular point. At this particular point, image of the tip of the pencil will be formed. Here, the image of tip of pencil will be formed. Image of tip of pencil will be formed. Fine. In the same way, we need to consider the end of the pencil. If you're considering the end of the pencil, you can understand that From the end of the pencil, if you're considering a ray which is parallel to the principal axis mean, that would be the same ray. So this particular same blue ray will be there. We need one more ray. So for that particular purpose, we will be considering one ray from the end of the pencil. So considering a ray from the end of the pencil. If it is passing through the optic center, it will not undergo any refraction. It will not undergo any refraction. So here, what will happen? Here you will get image of end of the pencil will be formed. Image of the end of the pencil will be formed. Okay, this is the case. Fine. So we will be obtaining. So how the pencil will be looks like? So the pencil will be like. So since you are considering like this, you may looks like this, but actually the image of the pencil will be formed like this. So the image of the pencil will be formed like this. Okay, so this is the our pencil. Because the image of the pencil will be in the same way it is oriented as the object. That means if the orientation is like this, the orientation of the image will also be in the same direction. No. So we have created the image formation. Hope this particular part is clear. What is the distance of the image of the pointed end of the pencil from the lens? They are asking you what is the distance of the image of the pointed end of the pencil. Pointed end of the pencil means the tip of the pencil from the lens. So when you're considering the tip of the pencil as the object, when you're considering the tip of the pencil as the object, that is 5 centimeter away from the lens. We know that according to sign convention, if you're considering the distance, any measurement which is opposite to the direction of the incident ray, that will be considered as negative. So if you're measuring the object distance, that will be measured in this particular direction, or the left to the lens, that will be considered as negative, or this is the direction of the incident ray, that direction will be considered as positive. Since you are measuring in backward direction, that will be considered as negative. So the u value, u is called the distance between the object and the lens, u will be equal to minus 5 centimeter. Since it is a convex lens, for a convex lens, the focal length is positive. Therefore, the focal length will be equal to 3 centimeter. We know that for a lens, according to lens maker's formula, 1 by V minus 1 by U equal to 1 by F. What we need? We need the distance of the image of the point of the pencil from the lens. That means, what is V? V is the distance between the lens and the image. So, since we are considering tip of the pencil as the object, the image of the pointed end or the tip of the pencil will be the image. So when you're considering it, we need to calculate V. So 1 by V is equal to 1 by U plus 1 by F. So this is nothing but equal to F plus U divided by FU. If you find out V, V will be equal to UF divided by U plus F. If you're substituting the values, we know that U is equal to minus 5 into F is equal to 3 divided by F is equal to 3 divided by what you will be getting, U is equal to minus 5, F is equal to 3. This will be equal to minus 15 divided by minus 2. That will be equal to 7.5 centimeter. That means image of the pointed end of the pencil will be formed 7.5 centimeter away from the lens. So this distance is going to be 7.5 centimeter. Last part, they are asked you to calculate, find the length of the image of the pencil. If you want to find out length of the image of the pencil, what we can do? We can consider the end of the pencil as the object. At that time, we can find out the image formation. So we can find out the distance between the lens and the end of the pencil, the end of the image of the image of the end of the pencil. What is going to be the difference? That is nothing but the image of the length of the image of the pencil. Clear? So if so, in the second case, if you're considering the second case, if you're considering the end of the pencil, If you're considering the end of the pencil, what is going to be the u? U will be equal to 5 plus 4, 9, because the object is here. Object is 9 centimeter away from the lens. So the u will be equal to minus 9 centimeter. Focal length remains same, that is equal to 3 centimeter. We can apply the same equation. V is equal to uf divided by u plus f. U is minus 9 into f is 3 divided by u is going to be minus 9 plus 3, that is equal to minus 27 divided by minus 5. Sorry, divided by 6. Divided by 6. If you are cancelling it up by 3, it will become 9 divided by 2, that is equal to 4.5 centimeter. So this distance is going to be 4.5 centimeter. So if you're considering, that means the image of the pointed end of the pencil is 7.5 centimeter away from the pencil. If you're considering the end of the image of the end of the pencil, that is 4.5 centimeter away from the lens. In that particular case, the length of the image of the pencil is going to be 3 centimeter. One more time, since the distance between the image of the pointed end of the pencil with the lens is 7.5 centimeter, and the distance between the lens and the image of the lens and the image of the end of the pencil is at 4.5 centimeter. So obviously the length of the image of the pencil is going to be 7.5 minus 4.5, that is equal to 3 centimeter. The question was really tricky. Why? Because usually when they are asking you to form an image, they will be considering only one object. Since the object is placed horizontal, object is placed horizontal with respect to the principal axis. In order to obtain the image, we need to consider the pointed end of the pencil, as well as we need to consider the end of the pencil. Both the points we need to consider it as an object. Individually we need to form the image. Individually we need to find out the image distance. By taking the difference, you will be getting the length of the image of the pencil. Hope the explanation is clear. If the explanation is clear and the explanation is worthful, please like this particular video, as well as please share with your friends such that it will be worthy or useful to your friends too. As a token of gratitude, please like this video, please subscribe to your channel. Keep watching, keep learning. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.